Hey guys, welcome back to the Nostalgic Neighborhood. Yesterday I attended my very first Flatland BMX Jam, the Aggro Jam, hosted by Aggro Dezynz. It was held in St. Louis at the Skatium, a super old school indoor roller skating rink that screams 70s and 80s nostalgia from every corner. A perfect match for the vibes of the event. Despite the skateboarding and big bike BMX you've seen on my channel, I'm still a bit of a novice when it comes to freestyle on a 20-inch bike, so I decided to just show up as a spectator. I wasn't sure how that was going to work, so I just showed up with open eyes and no expectations. And I was totally glad I did. The energy was electric. Riders of all ages and skill levels were there, throwing down some seriously impressive tricks, and it was a blast to watch. I didn't really know how one of these events worked or what to expect, and I didn't want to get in anyone's way, so I mostly kept to myself on the sidelines, but I did have fun chatting with some of the riders. A big shout out to Greg, who drove up from Arkansas to ride. He had seen a couple of my videos and recognized me, and I was stoked that he introduced himself. He was super friendly and would come and chat with me from time to time when he needed a break from riding. And he introduced me to a few of the other riders, which was really cool. And I enjoyed hearing their stories of how they were super into it back in the day and how they've been getting more and more into it in recent years. They inspired and encouraged me to start practicing on my 20-inch bike again, which I plan to do. And maybe I'll feel competent enough to ride with them in the jam next year. I really wanted to ask if they'd be willing to share some of their stories and experiences on video for us, but I realized that I'd probably get copyright strikes from the music that was playing on the PA system, so I decided to mostly just record the riding from the sidelines. And now that I've got one of these under my belt, my approach to creating the story from the event would be much better. So for the rest of this one, we'll just let some of the clips play here, and then I'll chime in with some narration from time to time. So I loved watching this guy ride here. He was really awesome, a lot of fun energy. I had a chance to meet him and chat with him. Unfortunately, I'm terrible with names, and I can't remember his name, but I do remember that he had gotten up super early and drove down from Chicago that morning to be here and ride with everybody. Yeah, he was a lot of fun to watch. And then yeah, we've got Greg from Arkansas here again. I think one of the things I really enjoyed about this was I really didn't know what to expect, but it was really just a bunch of guys out there encouraging each other, trying tricks. Obviously they didn't land every single one, or actually most of the time they were trying new tricks, things that they just didn't have dialed in. So it was a lot of guys just really trial and error, encouraging each other on. When somebody would be working on something for a while and finally get it, you get a lot of cheers from around. But just the energy there and the camaraderie of all these guys, it was really fun to watch. I can't remember what this guy's name was. I think it was John. I think he came from out of state, like maybe California. I didn't really meet him, but he was one of my favorites to watch too. He was really talented, had a lot of great energy. Okay, I think this guy's name was Brian. I didn't get a chance to meet or chat with him, but Greg had pointed him out to me. He apparently is still competing in the Masters division in the contemporary Flatland. That guy had so much talent. He was a lot of fun to watch. Here's Peeps. He's the guy behind Aggro Dezynz who promoted the event. But yeah, here's Brian again. This guy was so much fun to watch. He's clearly got a ton of experience. And most of the older guys did more old school Flatland, and he was doing more contemporary stuff, which was kind of fun to watch. There were a couple of younger guys. I don't know what this guy's name was, but man, he was super talented. He was off far on the other side of the skating rink, so I didn't get a whole lot of video of him. Okay, so I believe this guy's name was Austin. He was one of the more talented riders at the event. I believe he won the best trick award for the day, but I didn't chat with him, but he seemed super friendly. He was always smiling and obviously super talented. He was a ton of fun to watch, so it was really cool seeing him and some of the other younger riders. This guy, his name was Ray. He's with Delco Media, one of the promoters and sponsors. I had a chance to meet him and chat with him a little bit. He's awesome. You should definitely go check out his social media. And then we've got Matt Picker here. He's a local rider. I've crossed paths with him a few times through the years through skateboarding. We've got some mutual friends that we skate with. And I didn't know that he was into BMX until recently, so that's awesome. He's also one of the co-hosts of the Bones Brigade audio show, if you're familiar with that. So Matt's an awesome guy. Hope to maybe ride bikes with him sometime in the future. Oh, and then there's Peeps here riding past us. He's the guy behind Aggro Dezynz, and the guy kind of put all this together, the Aggro Jam. There's Ray. Look at how Ray is holding that camera down really low. I didn't really know what to expect watching him here, but he posted this morning on his Instagram account a reel. I guess he's gonna make a few of them. But dude, the angle that he does with that phone down there is super cool. So you go check out his, I'll put a link to his Instagram down there. Every time you look, somebody will be trying a trick. I think in the future, I'd probably maybe spend a little bit more time focusing on one rider at a time and really staying with them until they got the trick that they were really working on, and then move on to someone else. But I was a little bit more like scattershot, so I got some really cool clips like this one, but I was usually lucky with that. Most of the time it would be more like this. I don't know who this guy was, but he pulled off some really awesome stuff, but I never got a complete run. Same with this guy, John. I got a few of his. I really had a lot of fun watching him early on, so I got a few clips of him that were complete. But yeah, this was just so much fun watching these guys. I can't remember his name, but I met him. He was from Cincinnati, really cool guy. Didn't meet most of these guys in this section of clips, but seems like over maybe on this left side there was a little bit more old school, and then over here on the right side, like this guy here, they were a lot more I don't know what you call them, new school, or riders without brakes. Oh, this guy had a Brett Foster t-shirt on, which was interesting because Brett was a pro rider from the 80s. My wife was friends with him in college and introduced us, but it wasn't until after I knew him for a little while that I found out that he was a freestyler. Unfortunately, he passed away a few years back from cancer, but dang, he was a super awesome guy, and it was really cool to see his shirt out there. But yeah, here's Austin again. He was just so much fun to watch. He had such a good attitude, whether he landed something or not. He'd always come back with a smile on his face, and he was just super talented. All of these guys were talented. It was so much fun. Just like I said, everywhere you looked, somebody was trying something or working on something new, and a bunch of camaraderie here, and it was really inspiring. And so yeah, it's Sunday afternoon here. We've got a little bit of sunshine left in the day, so I'm gonna go get my bike out and go for a ride. So thanks for watching. If you're a Flatlander and have any thoughts to share, let us know down in the comments. Okay, we'll see you in the next video.